Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the U-bass, ukulele bass, or as I call it, a short-scaled bass guitar, because basically, excuse the pun, that is what it is. We are tuned E, the thicker string nearest your chin, A, D, G. That's E, A, D, G. So, let's get started. In this video, I'll be showing you an easy way to play the 12-bar blues. All you will need is one chord shape and the ability to jump from strings to strings, and that is all. So, let's get started. You will recognise this chord shape from the previous videos. We are putting our second finger at the 3rd fret of the A string. That is our C. That's C, the note of C. Then we need the 2nd fret of the A string, and then the 5th fret of the A string, then back to the 2nd. So it's the 3rd fret of the A string, 2nd fret of the D string, 5th fret of the D string, back to the 2nd. Repeat. To the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was our C chord. To play the F chord, you simply move everything down one string. So this time we're on the 3rd fret of the D string, 2nd fret of the G string, and 5th fret of the G string, and back to 2nd. So it's 3rd fret of the D string, 2nd fret of the G string, 5th fret of the G string, back to 2nd fret, to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, the C was there. All we did was drop one string down and repeat the pattern. And that is our F chord. So C starts at the 3rd fret of the A string, and the F chord starts at the 3rd fret of the D string. We need one more chord to play the 12-bar blues, and that is the G chord in the key of C. So if you go back to your C position, this time you're moving one string up onto the thicker string and repeat the pattern. So it's the 3rd fret now of the E string, the thicker string, 3rd fret, 2nd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the A string, back to the 2nd fret. So it's the 3rd fret of the thick E string, 2nd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the A string, back to 2nd fret, to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is your G. So if you're in C there and you want to go to G, you just move everything closer to your chin, one string up. And that is your G chord. So as you can see, C starts on that string there, the A string at the 3rd fret. F starts at the 3rd string of the D string, 3rd fret of the D string, sorry. And the G chord starts at the 3rd fret of the E string. So the 12-bar blues follows the formula. The key you're in, that's what you start off on. And there's 4 bars of that. So in this case we're in the key of C, so that's 4 bars of C. So we'll play 4 bars. 2, 3, 4, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. So we drop down one string to go to the F, and we play that F chord for 2 bars. Then we go back to the C for 2 bars. Then we go to the G for 1 bar, the F for 1 bar, and then C for 2 bars. So to clarify that, if you're in the 12 bar blues in this key of C, you start off with 4 bars of C. So we'll play 4 bars in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 bars of F, we just drop down 1 string. Then back to C for 2 bars. Then G for 1 bar, F for 1 bar, and C for 2 bars. And we just repeat that pattern, C for 4 bars. F for 2 bars. Back to C. G for 1 bar, F for 1 bar, C for 2 bars. So we will play that through without stopping. I'll write the chord progression down below. It's 4 plucks per letter. So let's get started in the key of C. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do it again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, with one chord shape and staying in within them 4 frets, we can play the 12 bar blues. We just start off on a different string. Now this is how I'll explain this now. The root is the chord you start off on. So if you're in the key of C, you would start off with a C there. The next chord you would move to would be the 4th chord in the key of C, which is the F. Then you move back to the root. Then you move to the 5th chord in the key of C, which is G. Then back to the 4th. Then back to the 1st. So I'll go for that again. In the key you're in this case the key of C, you start off with the C chord, and we start there. Then we go to the F chord, back to the C, the G, the F, and then finally back to the C, and you just repeat that pattern. Like I said, the description is written down below so you can follow the chord sequence, and that is roughly how you play the 12 bar blues in the key of C. But with this instrument we can play in any key we really need using that chord shape, just starting off in a different position. So now we know the chord progression and the way the fingers fall round each other, we'll move into a different key. So you need to remember the chord shape there and how they all relate to each other. So this time we're going to do the 12 bar blues in the key of D. So your starting point this time is the 5th fret of the A string, and you play 4 bars of D. For the next chord you simply drop down 1 string like you did with the F chord, and 2 bars of that chord. Back up to your root or your starting position, to the top string for 1 bar at the 5th fret. The chord again at the 5th fret of the D string. Then back to your starting position. So your starting position is the 5th fret of the A string, and we play that for 4 bars. We drop down 1 string, repeat for 2 bars. Back to the starting position for 2 bars. We move to the top string for 1 bar. Back down to the next position. Then back to start position. So now we'll play the 12 bar blues in the key of D, starting off at the 5th fret of the A string, 4 bars, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop down 1 string, back to start position. Starting on the thicker string of the 5th fret of the E string, back down to that one, start position. So we'll have a run through of the 12 bar blues in the key of D without pausing in between. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To use this system, all you really need to know is the name of the note on the A string here, that string there. Second one down from your chin, this one here. And you can play the 12 bar blues in any key, a basic 12 bar blues I should say. So now we'll pick something a more bluesier key. We'll pick E flat. Now for E flat, we start at the 6th fret of the A string. So there's 4 bars starting there. We drop down 1 string, back up to starting position. Move up to the thicker string, down to that one again, and start position 2 bars. So again, we're starting at the 6th fret of the A string, and this is D sharp or E flat. So we do 4 bars. Drop down 1 string, back to start position. Up to the thicker string, back down to that one, back to start position. So let's have a run through of the 12 bar blues in the key of D sharp and E flat, starting at the 6th fret of the A string, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, with one chord shape and following a few simple rules, you can play the 12-bar blues in any key you wish. All you really need to know is that chord shape and your starting position on the A string. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School for more videos. In the link down below you will find links to our Twitter page, Facebook page and our website of course. So thank you for watching, take care and goodbye.